Sometimes things happen that even doubting Thomas wouldn't believe, and if there wasn't a camera around, people would straight up call it fake. Luckily, someone's always filming, whether it's with a phone or a security cam, so we get to witness the wildest, most unbelievable moments caught on tape. Let's go! A recent video that went viral worldwide shows a diabetic father lying helpless, barely able to move, as he starts slipping into a dangerous hypoglycemic episode. His young daughter notices something's wrong, but she's just 2 years old and doesn't know what to do at first. Then the father manages to say just 2 words. I'm hypo, and boom, this toddler flips a switch. She goes full mission mode, calmly walks to the drawer, grabs his medication, and delivers it straight to his mouth. Just like that, she saves his life. The British dad later said he owes his life to his little girl's quick thinking and discipline. 2 years old and already a superhero. Someone get this kid a cape and a Netflix deal. Imagine being at your own wedding and refusing to smile until someone hands you a stack of cash. Sounds wild, but that's exactly what happened in Nigeria. A bride from the Kalabari tribe followed the traditional bibi face ceremony where the bride stays completely stone-faced until she's offered an amount of money that she deems worthy. Her groom and the guests throw bills at her feet as a show of respect, and we're not talking pocket change here. In this viral video, she only cracked a smile after collecting a serious pile of US dollars. It's a long-standing cultural tradition, and while the Kalabari are well known in Africa, let's just say it's probably not catching on with grooms worldwide anytime soon. Imagine checking your store's security cam and seeing one of your employees doing this. We all love a good stretch during work, right? Crack the neck, roll the shoulders, maybe lean back in your chair a bit. But this woman took it to Olympic levels. While sitting behind the counter, she busted out a full-on yoga flow like she was made of rubber. We're talking limbs bending at wild angles, a spine made of jelly. Honestly, chiropractors could use this footage as a motivational video. One thing's for sure, she's not going to be complaining about back pain anytime soon. Everyone knows using your phone in sketchy places is risky, but this guy found out even the gym isn't safe. Dude placed his iPhone right where he was about to drop a weight. You can guess what happened next. The weight lands exactly on the phone, and not just cracking the screen. Nope, the thing starts smoking like a barbecue grill. Turns out the impact crushed the battery, setting off a chemical reaction. The guy panics and tosses the phone like it's about to blow up, which honestly wasn't too far off. Pretty sure no Apple Care plan covers bench press explosion. Want a tutorial on how to get fired your first day at work? Here you go. In this now viral clip, a new employee tries to slap a balloon someone tossed toward her. But instead of hitting the balloon, she slaps the monitor off the counter. The screen crashes to the ground like a sack of potatoes. Her coworker just stands there, jaw on the floor, not believing what just happened. And the woman who tossed the balloon. You can see instant regret in her eyes. Sometimes fun at work just isn't worth it. Moral of the story, leave the balloons at home and don't throw hands near office equipment. Drivers were cruising down a busy highway when, out of nowhere, a white car exploded. Not the whole thing, just the back end. But still, it was enough to freak out everyone nearby. Turns out the car was running on compressed natural gas, and the tank in the trunk blew up. Shattered glass and debris flew across the road, but miraculously, no one got hurt. The driver jumped out unharmed and just stared at the wreck like, well, that's gonna be expensive. Luckily, no other cars or people were hit. But the car? Let's just say it looked like it lost a fight with a wrecking ball. When your wife makes you promise to have just one drink, but you're at a soccer game and thirsty for more. This Brazilian Bahia fan came up with a legendary workaround. He filled a giant popcorn bucket with beer so he wouldn't have to keep buying more. Genius or madness? You decide. The bucket held enough beer to last him at least the first half, maybe. But let's be real, he's either gonna miss the second half going to the bathroom or end up on some fans behaving badly compilation. Forget fancy tumblers, this guy's living the ultra budget life, and honestly, respect. College soccer teams in China were battling it out when the goalie made what he thought was the game-saving stop. So naturally, he dropped the ball and started celebrating like he'd just won the World Cup. Bad move. An opposing player snuck up from behind, stole the ball, and scored an easy goal while the goalie was still mid-celebration. The look on the keeper's face was pure shock. If he listened closely, he probably heard his coach screaming from a mile away. When you think of planes, explosions probably isn't the word you want to associate with them, but Firewalkers International decided to flip that idea on its head. This North American stunt team is run by military veterans and specializes in aerial pyrotechnics. We're talking massive coordinated explosions, cinematic fireballs, and jaw-dropping flight maneuvers that leave crowds in total awe. One of their biggest showstoppers is the legendary Wall of Fire, a line of flames stretching over 1,000 feet long. People say they can feel the heat on their face even from a safe distance. It's like watching an action movie unfold live in front of you. So, would you buy a front row ticket to this fire-fueled madness? So, this guy had a brilliant idea. Toss some leaves in the air and film them with his phone like it's a drone, catching it midair before it hits the ground. What could go wrong? Well, he tossed the phone a little too perfectly, straight into the only tree with enough branches to trap it. The phone didn't fall, it just stayed stuck way up there like it was mocking him. To make things worse, there was a lake right next to the tree. One bad move and that phone's heading to Davy Jones's locker. Meanwhile, the dude's friend is filming the whole thing and laughing like it's the best episode of America's Dumbest Moves. Gen Z continues to innovate, not always in a good way. Turns out Samson might have been onto something. There really is power in hair. This guy did a little dramatic head shake, tossing his locks like he was in a shampoo commercial. But his fabulous moment had consequences. His hair flip set off a chain reaction and knocked an entire shelf off the wall behind him. You can literally see the fear of God enter his soul as everything crashes down. Legend has it the store owner now only hires bald employees. A woman in Houston tried to steal, let's just say, specialty products from an adult toy store, but the owner wasn't about to let that slide. She actually got on the same public bus as the thief and followed her all the way to her house.
Chaz bitch just came into erotic and stole from my store, and we're gonna follow her to her house because she said she's gonna pay rent there, right?
Imagine thinking you got away with something, only to see the store owner casually riding the bus right behind you. When the woman got off at her stop, the police were already waiting. The stolen item? Recovered. The thief? Busted. And the neighbors? Probably traumatized. Moral of the story, don't mess with small business owners. They've got time and receipts. This spoiled rich kid, let's call him Enzo, was out on his jet ski, zipping past boats and splashing everyone on purpose, just being that one annoying guy who thinks he's hilarious. Well, karma had other plans.
Oh, what happened? What happened? You fucked the jet ski up?
Enzo crashed straight into a dock. Boom! Jet ski totaled. Engine dead. He just sat there soaking wet and embarrassed while everyone he soaked earlier watched him go down in flames. Metaphorically. The best part? His dumbfounded face, like he couldn't process that the universe had clapped back that fast. With everyone trying to get fit these days, even the clergy are getting in on the action. Enter Father Jean from Campo Limpo, Brazil. This priest straight up dunked on a bunch of kids in a church league basketball game, wearing his robes and everything. Dude didn't even break a sweat. Some say the other team let him score because, you know, holy reasons. But nah, Father John's got real skills. He runs his parish during the day and breaks ankles on the court at night. And don't worry, he's honest too. He'd never cheat the scoreboard. He's got the Lord and the game on his side. A group of tourists in China gathered with their phones out, ready to film a high-speed bullet train zooming by. The moment it whooshes past, absolute chaos. The blast of wind and sheer speed caught them completely off guard. They scream, duck, and nearly drop their phones. It's hilarious, but also kinda wholesome. See, China's got some of the fastest trains in the world, hitting speeds up to 280 miles per hour. But if you're from a rural area and not used to that kind of tech, your first time watching one fly past is basically a jump scare. Sometimes being with your group of friends is great, other times not so much. In this viral soccer clip, Argentina scores and the whole group jumps up to celebrate. But while one guy is still standing and cheering, his buddy leans over and kisses his girlfriend hard, and she kisses him back with passion, like it wasn't even the first time. The rest of the crew is frozen in shock, staring like they just witnessed a soap opera in real life. But the kicker? When the original boyfriend comes back, the guy who just kissed his girl hugs him like nothing happened, cold-blooded. That, my friends, is what we call a hug with a betrayal bonus.